I never wanted to embarrass you.
The whole company probably thinks I was flirting with the CEO while believing he was a janitor.
The strange thing about being rich is realizing people stop seeing you. They only see what they can gain from you. My name is Daniel Knight, CEO of Knight Holdings. At least that's who I was on paper. Because for almost a month, nobody inside my company knew who I really was. Not the managers, not the staffs, not even the security. To them, I was just the new janitor, a quiet man in cheap clothes, pushing a cleaning cart through always people like me supposedly owned. Why? Because I got tired. Tired of fake respect, fake reality, fake smiles that only appeared when money entered the room. I wanted to know who people really were when status disappeared. And honestly, most of what I saw disappointed me. Managers insulting workers, employees pretending to care only when supervisors walked by, people stepping on each other just to look important. But in that entire company, one person stood out. Her name was Maya, a customer service staff barely anybody respected. But somehow, she treated everybody with kindness. Even people the company acted like they couldn't see, including me. And the first time I truly noticed her, she was standing in the rain while her boyfriend shouted at her like she was nothing. It was almost closing hour. Most workers had gone home when I stepped outside the company building. That was when I saw them, Maya and her boyfriend, arguing near the parking lot. The man's name was Derek. Tall, loud, the kind of person who mistook intimidation for confidence.
You embarrassed me today.
I was working, Derek.
You always have excuses.
Please stop shouting.
You think because you work around rich people now, you're too good for me?
Then he grabbed her wrist aggressively. Hard. Something in me reacted instantly. I walked toward them, calmly.
Let her go. The janitor is talking? I said let her go.
For a second, his expression changed, like he wasn't used to being challenged. But Maya quickly put her hand away.
It's okay, please leave it.
And listen, you better remember your position.
Then he shoved my shoulder before walking off angrily. The moment he disappeared, Maya looked embarrassed.
I'm sorry.
You apologize for him a lot?
She looked away quietly, and somehow the silence told me everything. The next morning, Maya became the only person in the company who greeted the janitor by name. Over the next few days, I started paying more attention to Maya. Not because she was loud, not because she tried to impress people, but because kindness stood out in a building full of performance. She greeted security guards every morning, helped interns nobody respected, stayed late to assist co-workers who never appreciated her, and somehow she still carried sadness behind smile. That sadness usually appeared whenever Derek called. At first, I tried not to care, but the more I watched their relationship, the more obvious it became. Maya wasn't happy. She was surviving, and Derek knew it. That's why he controlled everything: her time, her confidence, even her voice. The worst part, she had gotten so used to mistreatment that she defended him more than herself. One afternoon, Derek showed up at the office again, this time carrying flowers, cheap apology flowers, the kind men buy when they plan to repeat the same behavior later. Derek walked straight toward Maya's desk.
There's my baby.
I'm working. You've been ignoring me. I've been busy.
Oh, look, your janitor friend.
His name is Daniel.
You know the janitor's name now.
I know everybody's name.
For some reason, the answer irritated him. Derek kicked my cleaning bucket carelessly, spilling water across the floor. Several workers looked over immediately.
There. Now you actually have something to clean.
What is wrong with you?
Relax. I'm joking.
No, You're disrespectful.
The entire lobby became awkwardly quiet, and for the first time, I saw Derek's ego crack slightly. That night, Maya finally admitted something she had been hiding for a long time. That evening, I found Maya alone in the break room, staring at an untouched food. She looked emotionally exhausted, like someone carrying too much for too long. I realized something then. Strong people don't always look broken. Sometimes they look normal because they've mastered suffering quietly. And Maya had clearly been suffering quietly for a long time.
You okay?
Yeah, just tired.
Your boyfriend seems intense.
Derek wasn't always like this.
What changed?
I don't know.
But her face said otherwise. Her phone buzzed suddenly. Derek again. Immediately her expression became tense, fear mixed with exhaustion.
You don't have to answer.
Maya stared at the phone silently, then whispered something that stayed with me.
I keep hoping the version of him I loved comes back.
For the first time, I didn't just feel sympathy for her, I felt protective. 2 days later, Derek crossed a line Maya couldn't defend anymore. Some people don't destroy you all at once. They do it slowly, one insult at a time, one humiliation at a time, until you forget what respect even feels like. That's exactly what Derek had done to Maya. And the worst part, everybody around us saw it, but nobody stepped in because people are comfortable watching pain that doesn't belong to them. Until one Friday afternoon, when Derek embarrassed Maya in front of the entire company. The office was busy when Derek stormed inside angrily. Maya stood up immediately.
What are you doing here?
You turned your phone off?
Please, not here.
Oh, now you care about embarrassment? Ever since this janitor showed up, you've been acting different.
Stop it.
You think you're special now?
Then he grabbed her arm aggressively again. This time, I stepped in immediately.
Take your hand off her. You again? Yes. Me again.
For the first time, I saw fear disappear from Maya's face because somebody had finally chosen to protect her publicly. The next morning, Maya made a decision that changed both our lives forever. The next morning, Maya ended things with Derek, not dramatically, not loudly, just quietly, like someone finally putting down something heavy. But people like Derek don't lose control peacefully, especially when the person they control starts finding confidence again. Over the next week, he kept calling, texting, begging 1 minute, threatening the next. Meanwhile, Maya slowly started becoming herself again, and somehow I became part of that healing process. We started talking during lunch breaks, working out together after work, laughing more. For the first time since I met her, her smile actually looked real. And honestly, I forgot why I entered the company in the first place. Because somewhere between pretending to be invisible, I started falling in love with the one person who truly saw me. One evening, after closing hours, Maya and I sat outside the building, eating takeout. Maya smiled softly.
You know, you're easy to talk to.
That sounds like an insult.
No, I mean it.
For a second, neither of us spoke. The silence felt comfortable. Then she looked at me.
You don't act like everybody else here.
Maybe I'm just good at pretending.
You know what I noticed about you?
What?
You listen before you speak.
Nobody had said something that personal to me in years.
Thank you for helping me.
You saved yourself, Maya.
No. You reminded me I deserved better.
And at that moment, I realized I was in trouble because this was no longer curiosity. It was becoming something real. But the more Maya trusted me, the harder it became to hide who I really was. Falling for Maya complicated everything because for the first time in years, I cared what somebody thought about me. Not my money, not my company, me. But every day, I kept lying about my identity. The guilt grew heavier. Still, I couldn't tell her, not yet, because deep down, I feared something. What if knowing I was rich changed the way she looked at me too? That fear kept me silent until Derek forced everything to explode. It happened during office hours. Derek stormed into the company furious, completely drunk. Everybody turned immediately. Maya stood up in shock.
Derek, leave!
So this is what you replaced me with. You left me for a janitor? And
I didn't leave you for anybody.
Before I could answer, he slapped me hard. The office gasped. Security started moving toward us, but I stayed calm.
you think you won because she smiles around you? You need to leave. Or what? You'll mop me to death?
Then, something unexpected happened. The regional director walked into the lobby, and the moment he saw me, his face changed instantly.
Sir?
The entire office froze.